Travis Kelce celebrated his birthday in spectacular fashion as the Chiefs star caught a pass from Mahomes and crossed into the end zone for Kansas City's first touchdown against the Jaguars. This momentous score wasn't just another trip to pay dirt, as it solidified Kelce's position as the franchise's all-time leader in all-purpose yards, after hauling in 2 receptions during the team's opening possession. Kelce accumulated 12,357 all-purpose yards, which pushed him past return specialist Dante Hall, who had held the record with 12,356 yards. Running back Jamal Charles and the legendary tight end Tony Gonzalez occupy the 3rd and 4th positions respectively on this prestigious list. Hall's benchmark had remained untouched since 2006, making Kelce's achievement all the more impressive. Heading into Monday's primetime showdown against the Jacksonville Jaguars, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce had compiled 15 catches for 182 yards and a single touchdown through the first 4 contests of the new NFL campaign. While these statistics aren't necessarily poor by any measure, considerably more production is anticipated from the 4-time All-Pro tight end, which explains why Kelce would be eager to deliver a more substantial performance during the Monday Night Football encounter. Prior to the opening kickoff, Kelce made sure to acknowledge his former Chiefs teammate Colin Saunders, who now plays for the Jaguars after an off-season transaction from the New Orleans Saints. Saunders was selected by Kansas City in the 3rd round of the 2019 NFL Draft. The former Western Illinois Leatherneck standout defensive tackle wore the Chiefs uniform for 4 seasons, capturing 2 Super Bowl championships during that span before departing to sign with the Saints as a free agent in 2023. He spent 2 campaigns in New Orleans before relocating his skills to Jacksonville. The Chiefs organization shared footage of Kelce and Saunders' sideline interaction on social media, accompanied by commentary about the pre-game encounter. The team wrote on their official account that it's always pleasant to reconnect with a friend. There was unmistakably genuine affection between Kelce and Saunders as they exchanged conversation following a heartfelt embrace. Saunders, however, was dressed in civilian attire for Monday's matchup. He wouldn't have the opportunity to compete against Kelce on the playing field after being listed among the Jaguars' inactive players for the Week 5 confrontation. Saunders has participated in 1 game for Jacksonville this season, recording 2 assisted tackles in their 26-10 victory over the Carolina Panthers during Week 1. The previous few days had already proven eventful for the Swift-Kelce household. Unless someone has been completely disconnected from modern civilization, they're certainly aware that Taylor released her 12th studio album titled The Life of a Showgirl this past Friday. While discussions continue about precisely where this record should rank within her discography, with some finding it sonically fresh, yet lyrically somewhat lacking. What cannot be disputed is that Showgirl has already achieved tremendous popularity, moving approximately 2.7 million copies combining physical albums and digital downloads on its debut day alone. This accomplishment establishes it as the year's best-selling record, while simultaneously representing Swift's most successful opening week ever. All of this creates considerable expectations for her fiancé Travis Kelce as the Kansas City Chiefs tight end attempts to guide his squad to victory on Monday Night Football against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Thus far, Travis had accumulated 182 receiving yards across his team's initial 4 games as Kansas City struggled to a mediocre start. Considering the reality that he recently turned 36 years old and that he was seriously considering retirement as recently as the previous offseason, one might expect diminished performance. But Chiefs supporters should remain optimistic because indications suggest we could witness a classic Kelce performance on Monday night. And remarkably, we have Swift herself to credit for this potential outcome. If you've enjoyed learning about this fascinating connection between Taylor Swift's album releases and Travis Kelce's on-field performances, make sure to subscribe to stay updated on more intriguing sports stories and celebrity connections. Swift carries with her a distinctive worldview where everything possesses meaning and nothing occurs by mere chance. Consequently, someone decided to commemorate the release of Showgirl by examining how Kelce has performed in games immediately following each of her last 4 album releases, specifically the albums that debuted during autumn months, with apologies to the folklore enthusiasts among the fanbase. As fortune would have it, Kelce demonstrates a remarkable tendency for producing impressive statistics in celebration of new music from Swift, going back to The 1989 album release, Kelce has averaged 7 receptions for 77.5 yards across those 4 games, with 3 touchdowns included in that total. The pinnacle performance occurred with the release of Evermore in 2020, when he posted 139 yards on 8 catches and a touchdown in a 33-27 victory over the Miami Dolphins. This serves as a reminder that we genuinely don't fully appreciate just how extraordinary those Tyreek Hill-era offenses truly were in their dominance. Even more encouraging for Kansas City, 3 of those performances resulted in Chiefs victories, with the solitary exception being a 12-9 defeat to the Giants, who finished that season with a dismal record that followed the release of Reputation back in 2017. But considering that Patrick Mahomes wasn't even the quarterback during that particular game, we're prepared to overlook that anomaly. If Kelce manages to turn back the clock in Jacksonville on Monday night against the Jaguars, nobody should claim they weren't given adequate warning about the possibility. The statistical pattern reveals a fascinating correlation between Swift's musical releases and Kelce's athletic performances that transcends mere coincidence. Whether this represents genuine cause and effect, or simply an entertaining observation for fans to enjoy, the numbers speak for themselves. Kelce's ability to elevate his game following his partner's album releases demonstrates either remarkable timing or perhaps the motivational boost that comes from sharing in her success. The Chiefs' offense has relied heavily on Kelce throughout his career, and his contributions extend far beyond mere statistics. His leadership in the locker room, his chemistry with Mahomes, and his ability to perform in crucial moments have made him indispensable to Kansas City's championship aspirations. As the team navigates through another challenging season, Kelce's experience and reliability become even more valuable. The Monday night matchup against Jacksonville represents an opportunity for him to silence critics who question whether age has begun to diminish his effectiveness. Make sure you're subscribed, because you won't want to miss how this story unfolds and whether the pattern holds true once again. The narrative surrounding Kelce and Swift has captivated sports and entertainment audiences alike, creating a cultural phenomenon that extends beyond either individual's primary domain. Their relationship has generated unprecedented attention, bridging the gap between NFL fans and Swift's massive following. This crossover appeal has introduced countless new viewers to professional football, while simultaneously exposing sports enthusiasts to Swift's musical artistry. The economic impact alone has been substantial, with television ratings increasing and merchandise sales skyrocketing. But beneath the commercial success lies a genuine human story of 2 accomplished individuals supporting each other's endeavors. Swift has been spotted at numerous Chiefs games, showing her support, while Kelce has publicly celebrated her musical achievements. This mutual encouragement seems to fuel their respective performances, creating a positive feedback loop. As Monday night approaches, anticipation builds not just for the game itself, but for whether Kelce can continue this remarkable trend. The Jaguars' defense will undoubtedly key on him, knowing his potential impact. But if history serves as any guide, they may find themselves powerless to prevent another stellar performance. Chiefs fans hope this pattern continues as their team seeks to regain momentum and chase another championship. The combination of Mahomes' arm talent and Kelce's route-running prowess remains one of the most dangerous connections in professional football. When Kelce operates at peak efficiency, the entire Kansas City offense becomes nearly unstoppable. Defenses must account for his presence in the middle of the field, which opens opportunities for other receivers and creates favorable matchups. His blocking ability in the running game adds another dimension that younger tight ends often lack. As the season progresses, maintaining his health and productivity will prove crucial to Kansas City's success. The Jacksonville game provides him with a platform to demonstrate that reports of his decline have been greatly exaggerated. A dominant performance would send a clear message to the rest of the league that Kelce remains an elite player capable of impacting games. It would also continue the amusing correlation between Swift's albums and his statistical output. Whether one believes in such patterns or dismisses them as coincidental, the entertainment value remains undeniable. Fans will be watching closely to see if the trend persists. The Chiefs organization surely hopes it does, because they need their veteran tight end performing at his highest level. With the season still young, there remains ample time to correct their early stumbles. A victory on Monday night would provide crucial momentum heading into the middle portion of their schedule. Kelsey understands the significance of this moment both personally and for his team's championship aspirations.